This training will cover budget and finances for student organizations. We will provide an account overview and information about the Senate Finance Committee. We will talk about the different types of university accounts. We will share the university fundraising policies and ways to raise money. We will talk about cash handling and the policies associated with collecting cash. And finally, we will cover contracts and how to process these for your student org events. There are two different account types for student organizations. The 334 accounts are funds that are approved through the Senate Finance Committee and come from the reserve balance of the student activity fees. The 900 accounts are fundraising accounts or money that is collected and deposited by student organization members. Please remember that off-campus bank accounts are not permitted for student organizations. Your organization is responsible for keeping track of all income and expenditures. If you would like to know the current balance of your account, this can be obtained from the Department of Campus Involvement front desk staff or by contacting the student organization support staff. For the protection of our student organizations, account information will only be given to currently listed president, vice president, treasurer, and advisor of the organization. Please make sure this information is updated on your Huskies Connect profile. For more budget resources and necessary forms for processing payments, visit the Student Organization section of the Department of Campus Involvement's website. Click the link in the description below. The Senate Finance Committee oversees the spending of the reserve balance from student activity fees. This request process provides additional funding for student organization events, programs, conferences or competitions, equipment, and speakers. For updates and information about applying for these funds, please visit the Senate Finance Committee's Huskies Connect profile. The following information is in regard to 334 accounts. The funds in a 334 account are allocated by the Senate Finance Committee through an application process. Any funds approved by SFC can only be used as originally approved and allocated. The money in 334 accounts do not roll over to the next year and must be spent before June 30th. This account cannot have a negative balance. The account can be frozen if balance goes below zero. There are two main payment options for 334 accounts. Your organization can pay directly to vendors. For direct payment options, contact the Department of Campus Involvement's office manager, Lori, for further information. This process will need a minimum of 2 weeks to complete. Some vendors may not accept this form of payment. Please plan accordingly. The other option is your organization can pay for products and submit for reimbursement. After you purchase, complete the payment request form and attach all original itemized receipts. This form will need to be signed by your advisor. For more information about 334 accounts and spending money, visit the Budget and Finance section of the Student Organization's website. Visit using the link in description below. The following information is in regard to 900 accounts. The 900 accounts are for student organizations to deposit dues or fund-raised monies. The money in this account is used for organization needs as determined by the student organization leaders. This account's balance can roll over from 1 year to the next, but cannot have a negative balance. There are two main payment options for 900 accounts. One is that your organization can pay directly to a vendor. For direct payment options, contact Department of Campus Involvement's Office Manager, Lori, for further information. This process will need a minimum of 2 weeks to complete. Some vendors may not accept this form of payment. Please plan accordingly. Secondly, your organization can pay for products and submit for reimbursement. After your purchase, complete the payment request form and attach all original itemized receipts. This form will need to be signed by your advisor. Note, your organization is responsible for ensuring there is money available in your account prior to planning an event or program. If your organization needs to deposit checks or cash, use the deposit form available on the student organization website. All money must be deposited within 24 hours of event or program. For more information about 900 accounts and spending money, visit the student organization website. This is the payment request form. When looking for reimbursement from funds taken out of your 900 account, this is the form needed. The link to this form can be found on the student organization website. Click the link in the description below. In addition to directly paying a vendor and being reimbursed, there is a new way to process payments. The Department of Campus Involvement has a purchase card that can be used specifically to help student leaders pay for items on the card, which is then charged directly to your student organization account. Please keep in mind there are still some limitations to what can be purchased using this payment method. This card can be used for ordering items through Amazon, ordering t-shirts, paying for event decorations or supplies, and much more. We ask that student organizations order these items at least 2 weeks prior to when they need the items. This ensures we have enough time to order the items, process the payment, and receive the items for your organization. Your student organization will need to make sure you have adequate funds in your accounts to purchase items and will need to have a completed and signed payment request form prior to ordering. This card can be used for both 334 and 900 accounts. There is also a specific travel card we can use for student organization travel events, such as conferences, to help purchase flights, reserve hotel rooms, and pay for registrations fees. To get more information, you can visit our website, stop by the Department of Campus Involvement and ask for Lori, or email the student organization support staff. Here is some information regarding important policies for fundraising. Any food-related sales on campus must be approved and coordinated through Husky's Dining. Your organization can contact Husky's Dining Catering at 320-308-4295. Bake sales are allowed. Student organizations must follow the university food policy. A link to that policy and procedure can be found in the description below. Any fundraising event involving a sport club or event using university recreational facilities must be coordinated through campus recreation staff. Any fundraising event or programming using facilities in a residence hall must be coordinated through the Department of Residential Life. Auctions which involve selling, bidding for, or in any way paying for a person's individual company or services are prohibited. Silent auctions are allowed at events, but as a reminder, if your student organization is soliciting items from local businesses, they are not tax deductible since student organizations themselves are not 501c3 organizations. Gambling for money or other things of value on campus or at university-sponsored activities is prohibited except as permitted by law. This includes, but not limited to, raffles, games of chance, or games where a participant has to pay to win a prize. Drawings are permitted. A drawing is where a winner is selected randomly, such as drawing out of a hat or choosing randomly from the list of attendees. These rules are in place to help make sure groups are following the state gambling laws while still having fun and successful events. If you have any questions, please reach out to the student organization support staff. We have worked with many organizations to plan successful events to raise money and are happy to help. Here are a few ways that your student organization can raise funds. All of these opportunities can be found on the Student Organization section of the Department of Campus Involvement's website. Student organizations can earn money by signing up to clean up at the St. Cloud State University facilities after sporting games. Husky's Dining offers opportunities at home athletic games to earn money through working the concession stands. Student organizations are able to host food sales through the Atwood Grilling area. Visit Atwood's website to reserve the space and review all guidelines. There are many opportunities to host fundraisers at business in the St. Cloud area. A list of businesses can be found on the student organization website. As a reminder, registered student organizations are not charitable organizations or nonprofit organizations. Student organizations cannot provide tax-deductible receipts if you received funds or items from businesses. Student organizations that are looking to host a fundraiser at a local business and need to provide a federal tax number can use the St. Cloud State Tax ID number. Please contact student organizations support staff with any questions. Also available on the student organization website is the Fundraising Philanthropy Checklist. This is a helpful document that can assist your student organization in your fundraising events. The St. Cloud State University cash handling policy applies to all registered student organizations. This policy states that all monies received by student organizations must be delivered to the cashier's office in the business office by the end of the business day of the event or activity. If your organization is hosting an event in the evening and/or on the weekend, all monies must be placed and secured in the safe in Atwood. The Atwood staff can help you with this process. If your student organization needs a cash box, one can be checked out through the Atwood Information Desk. If your organization would like to accept money via Venmo or Cash App, please ensure that the person in charge of the accounts deposits all the monies received according to the cash handling rules above. By following this policy, we hope to provide a safer and more secure process for when students are collecting cash. We want to help mitigate the risk of lost, misplaced, stolen, or any other means in which money can go missing after it is collected. Since contracts are legally binding, we have included some helpful information for student organizations in regard to the contracting process. If an organization is paying an individual for a service, such as speaker or entertainer, they are required to use a university contract. Do not sign a contract that is sent from a vendor. Students should not sign any contracts because then you are personally responsible for administering the terms and payment stated in that contract. Contact the student organization support staff so we can help you navigate any contracts or agreements before your events. Get all agreements in writing and have them signed before the event. This is required if payment is incurred. If you are looking to invite a speaker or entertainer that is not getting paid, you are not required to have a university contract. We recommend putting your requirements in writing to make sure your student organization and the speaker are in agreement prior to your event. If you are looking to host a speaker or entertainer that is international, these contracts should be started at least 3 months prior to your event. Any other contracts, non-international, should be initiated at least 4 weeks prior to your event. Student organizations cannot claim to outside parties that you represent or are acting as an agent of St. Cloud State University. Visit the Department of Campus Involvement for assistance or if you have any questions about the contracting process. Here are the steps we have created to help student organization process contracts. The first step is for your student organization to complete contract information sheet, available on the student organization website in the Budget and Finance section. This will help us gather the important information we need to start this process for your organization. The second step is to have your student organization advisor sign the contract information sheet. The third step is to set up a meeting with Lori, the DCI office manager, to review the contract and payment process. This concludes the Finances training video. Please complete the corresponding quiz questions. You must receive 100% on the quiz to continue to the Risk Management training video.